Oops. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Existence. I've cleared out the storage system that we made last episode, like I said I would, because I mean it's a cool concept and all, and I really did like where it was going, but it was just going to be something that would be a little bit unnecessary for me personally, and just quite laggy as well. It was very laggy on my end and probably on the server as well. So it definitely is something that I would love to revise some other time, and maybe for a different type of storage system another time. But for now, I'm just going to revert back to good old-fashioned manual storage, but I want to make it a bit bigger than what we've had here. I want to split up the categories a lot more and have just a lot more chest areas to sort things into. So I'm thinking of taking this area here, making a couple more bulk storage for stone and such like that, and then having it maybe come across here just about to where we have it here already, and make this whole kind of a big courtyard of storage more or less. So I've got some big plans that I want to get started here. Hopefully it'll come out well. If I do my decorating good, it should also come out really good, but lots of things to do, lots of things to go, so without further ado, let's get on with the episode. In terms of usage, here's what I'm thinking. We'll have an input chest here, and then we'll just throw basically all our inventory into there. And then what'll happen is that'll go down, or I assume it'll just go maybe just into sorters, and that'll separate bulk items such as iron, poppies. I'll add cobblestone, smooth stone, I think grass, dirt, sandstone, and possibly sand. I'm not too sure at this point. I'll figure that out soon. And any other bulk items. I don't think there's anything else that we really have in bulk other than all the stones. Maybe I'll do granite and stuff like that. But I was thinking actually I'll do a separate thing for that. So what we're going to be doing is basically incorporating our bulk storage, and what we were doing last episode where we had kind of the semi-storage. So I'm going to filter out all our base materials, which was like Menzier, note blocks and spruce and stuff like that. So I've sorted them all into a separate chest like we were doing last time, but then have everything else just sorted into a centralized chest around somewhere about here, which will be in the middle of a storage area. It'll all be manually sorted, but we'll have access to, basically we can just throw our inventory into there and not have to worry about sorting it immediately. We can come back to it later. But to get the items into the bulk storage here, what I'm going to do is have them all filter out, come along and into here. And I figured out a way to actually make this work. So we're going to have the dropper going into here, and then we can have the detector signal out here, doing a redstone torch, and have an observer clock that runs. So that'll spit the items into the middle of this pillar here, and that'll go right up into the water stream and then just come down into the filter there. So hopefully that'll work fine. It's a bit ambitious. Hopefully it'll work, though. I haven't tested anything like that yet. Actually, mind you, I probably could test something right now. Just throw an item into there and power it and see if it actually works. I might do that. But for now, I want to figure out how I'm going to have the input chest. Might need to build a little bit higher up so that we can actually get the sorters to run through and then go along and come down into there. And then link that up somehow to the centralized chest. I'm thinking water streams again. I want to have like heaps of water streams like we've got going on here. I think that'll be pretty cool. Also, I just realized that there's missing slabs there. Ah, well, right. So one step at a time. I'll start off with testing this system here and see if that works. I'm just trying to think how many items I want to sort, because it is going to come down to space at the end of the day, like how much, how many item sorters I can fit here, but I'm trying to leave a little bit of room to expand if I come, like, so desire to. So at the moment we've got smooth stone, cobblestone, grass, dirt, and sandstone. I'm not going to do sand because I don't think I'll get enough sand. I think I'll get plenty of sandstone. Sand can just go into its own storage thing, I think. Plus, we can always add more little mini storage things if we feel need, and I'm adding the ability to expand if we need to. But for the meantime, I'm just going to do that. And I'm just going to build a little. Well, I was just wondering, do I want to just build this, go right up to the top, and then just go across into that? Or even just into that? That might work. As opposed to going over there. Yeah, I might just keep going up here and then just have it lead straight into that, because we are perfectly lined up by the looks of it. Comes across. Yes, perfectly lined up. So I'm just going to have a lead into that one. Not going to worry about this whole pillar here. And I'm just also thinking, now that looking there, reminds me where I want to put my beacon. So I'll come back to later. I'm thinking just in the middle of the storage area might be kind of cool, having the beacon come right up through there. Oh, iron. I love watching iron come in there. Doing any poppies? No poppies. Right, anyway, back to work. Let's get this thing going. A little bit of progress going on. I have finished up the item elevator there, as you can see, and I've also built a water stream going across here. So any items that don't get picked up being like, let's see, what have we got? We've got stone, sandstone. I could have sworn I put the actual filters in there. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, we got that filter here, and anything that doesn't get filtered out there will continue to go across and get spat out here, which will then come across to another item filter, and here we'll have like bulk things such as granite, normal granite, spruce wood, spruce logs. I guess I'll do bricks and stuff as well, so kind of our main materials, everything that... So it's going to have some sorting to it, because I figured it'd be a little bit of a waste just to have absolutely no sorting. I wanted to make this a little bit more interesting and a bit easier for me than just going around and trying to find things manually. So I'm going to sort out our most common things. I think that's going to be the best way to do it, as opposed to just not sorting anything and just, well, basically having bulk items. But I'm going to have some sorting here, nothing too flash or too fancy, but just to get kind of the basic of things going, get all that there. And I'm just wondering if I want to have any more items sorted. I'll get going with this anyway and see how we get on, but I don't want to sort too much stuff just because it'll be a little bit excessive considering the amount of items that we actually are going to probably have over the time. And most of that's going to be bulk items anyway, which will be stored over there by the iron collection area. So I'm just going to fill these in. Can I place that one there? I can, fantastic. Put some more redstone down here. Figure out what I'm actually going to sort here. I might not need these ones, I might be able to just take them out anyway, but clear this out. Or do I need to keep that there? Not too sure. Not too sure. I think I need another... Oh no, that'll be fine just there because I'm going to have the chests here at this level. No, I will need to get rid of it. Right, well that answered that. Cool, so I'm going to figure out which items I actually want to sort out. Put them into the sorters as well as fix up those ones over there because they're a little bit broken. And then I guess I can actually process some of this stuff here because there is quite a lot of it that needs to go through. Oh, also I have to build those bulk items sorters, of course. Don't let me forget that. That shouldn't be too hard, just using Eli's design there. It should be pretty hard just to replicate from what we got there. And then build that top little bit up there that we modified. So I'm just going to, I think, build away, do a little bit of redstone, and I'll get back to you guys once I've done a little bit of progress. Started off with sorting out our main base items, and I've done it the way that we can have two types of items sort down into one shulker box. So this one I've got granite, so we've got both the polished... Yes, polished. I forgot what it was referring to, like if it was polished or chiseled, if that makes sense, right? So we got polished and just straight andesite. Then we got like bricks and just brick items, spruce logs, spruce planks, and then I think I called this, yeah, accents, so like the means of our note blocks and our birch leaves. So they'll get sorted in there. I'm still wondering if I want to add more stuff here. I might not, but I'll get back to that soon because for now I figured I should probably start building our bulk storage items here before we do any more progress because this is kind of a key element of the whole storage system. So I'm just going to build 5 more. Oh gosh. I'm going to build 5 more of these, which is probably going to be quite time consuming. Not too bad, I don't think. It's pretty repetitive once you get down to the basics of this, but it's going to take me a little while, so I'll build those up. I don't think I'm going to really record much of them. I might do a progress update when I get about halfway done and then finish them off, but definitely go check out Eli's video on this. Eli the Wolf, I think I mentioned him in previous videos, especially in the episode where I actually made these. Go check out his video and watch how to make it because it's an awesome design and I absolutely love it. So I'm going to build 5 more of them along here for our bulk items. I'm not even sure if we can get up having enough items. We definitely will in the terms of our stones here, cobblestone and smooth stone, but I'm just going to build them anyway because we've got a heap of stuff here and eventually we will get a lot more stuff once we start our mining project over in that desert over there. But for now, I'm going to get building and I'll see you guys in just a little bit once I've probably built maybe 1.5, 2.5, 3. Just like I promised, I have done 1, 2, 3. I haven't done the front parts yet, but that's not too hard. I just got to tower up with the redstone lamps and a little bit of decoration. The only technicality I've had, the only interesting thing that's happened while building this is that I had to run all the way back home. Well, I had to take the boat track and all that, minecarts and all that stuff to the CSS to grab a whole bunch of redstone because I actually ran out. Unfortunately, there's nearly like a double chest worth of redstone over there. So I'm nearly done here. I've got, what's this, grass, I've got stone, cobblestone and grass all done. I'm just gonna have dirt and sandstone. I'm still wondering if I want to put sand as well. I'm not thinking I will, just because we probably won't end up having massive amounts of sand anytime soon. So I'm just not going to worry about the sand. I mean, we can always add another one later on. Just because I've built the item sorters there, doesn't mean I don't necessarily have the ability to build them over here. Because I built these ones here and I was thinking, well maybe I might want to add another thing, but rebuilding this track here, I know I designed it so that I could, but it's going to be a bit of a hassle. It's just going to be a little bit awkward. So what I'll do is if we end up needing to add another like sorter, we can always just add it over here somewhere and just have it go up and across into the stream. Because at the end of the day, these 4 streams, or however many we end up having, all lead into this main sorter here. So not too much concern at the moment, but I'm just going to go with what I've got at the moment with the stone, grass, dirt, and sandstone, and then see how we get on. Once we've done that, we can move on to finishing up this area, but I have a strange feeling that we might not finish this whole thing in this episode, which is alright. Oh, hello, that creeper literally just spawned there, didn't it? Yep. Anyway, I'm going to finish up these bulk storage items sorters here, and then we can continue work on the little storage system, or smaller sorters down that way over there. Apart from these side bits, which are actually quite important because it means that the redstone lamps will work, these are all done and they are all active. I've run some little bits of things through just by when I put them in the filter, so that should be working perfectly fine. As long as I don't put these renamed cobblestone into the, or any of these sorters for that matter, it should be alright and it should be working fine. So I'm going to come back to do that after I recorded this little clip here, but I thought I should let you guys know where I'm up to in terms of all the bulk storage ones here, which are all done, so that's all good. And over here I was thinking that we have quite a lot of sand here, just from when we did the squid farm, and a couple of other assorted things. So I was wondering if over here we just utilize the couple of sorters we've got left here and just put in a couple things like sand. I don't think I have glass, so maybe I'll go sand, glass, bone meal, or actually I'll go white glass probably. Mind you, white glass should probably be filtered in here somewhere. Maybe if I go, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'll add a couple more kind of general sorting items. Maybe I'll just do a couple of bulk items, I'm not too sure. I mean, we've got a bit of room here and we can always do the double chests or however we'd like to do it. But anyway, I'm going to finish up these ones, get them up and running, and probably run these filters through so we can get rid of all this stuff, because there's quite a lot of stuff in here and also in here. So we're going to fill up some of these chests pretty quickly, so I should get some of them going and get them started up while I'm working on the rest of the sorters here. Storage is now done and I've filled them up. I've ended up filling them up manually because it was just taking such a long time to run them all through the sorters. And I think I'm going to get rid of this silly little ice pathway here because of the simple fact that it's just noisy. It's a little bit of a pain having this constant clicking, because with the clock I'm using here, it's not like just a continuous click. It's like click, 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 click. I think you guys are probably more familiar with it than I am, just from hearing it in the background all the time. But I'm going to get rid of that and just make it a straight hopper line. I think that's going to be simple enough, and just have it run into here and then have this come along. I did want to have it in the center, and I think I might still. I'm just trying to figure out kind of how I want it to work. If that's coming across, or maybe I just have it on the back wall here. No, I think I will still go for the center, so I'll have it come across and then just come back into pretty much just where we're standing right here. I think it's going to be the best place to have that centralized collection point, and then just have a big manual sorting system along the back wall and along the sides here, because as I said at the start of the episode, or at whatever point in the episode, I don't want to fully rely on item sorters for this, just because it's not really something I need, and I'm more than happy to do the manual sorting. But I'm going to have it very categorized in terms of sorting, so it's going to be quite specific and quite narrowed down as opposed to what we've got going on, or what we had going on here with kind of just generalized items. So I'm going to... I'm trying to think what's the next step here. Probably get rid of that first and then figure out where to go from there. Many chests have been placed now. Lots and lots of them, and lots of item frames. So now comes the tedious task of sorting everything. Oh boy, right. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this area. It did have a different intent a little while back. But for now, I think I'll just kind of ignore it and possibly make it a little enchanting space or bed area or something like that. But for now, I have got to take all of this stuff and this stuff and this stuff and that and this and all these shulker boxes and all of this stuff here and sort it into the appropriate area. So I'm not really too sure how I want to do it yet. I'm thinking something along the lines of having blocks at the beginning here and then moving progressively into like items and then armor and tools. I'm trying to think of different ways I can sort it where, like I say, I have all the tools that I use in one chest and all the tools that I don't really use in the other, because we've got quite a lot of like random things, especially the ones that Pineapple gave us. And here, like all these kind of random pickaxes and boots and stuff. So, especially that one there. Gonna sort out a lot of that stuff. We have quite a lot of room here and quite a lot of chests to actually do so, but it's just a matter of doing it. So I think the best way to do it is probably going to be with a little time lapse. So I'm going to load up Tommy39 and hopefully you guys will enjoy. That took a little bit longer than I was expecting. It took just under an hour, 59 minutes and 30 seconds. So to take a little while just to take all our stuff here and all those random chests we had lying around and put them into some sort of a system here. I'm actually quite happy with it. I've managed to get mostly blocks over here and then mostly items over here. But I mean, it's a little bit mixed when you get to this part here. Just over time, I'm just going to have to adapt to how I've arranged it and where things are. But it shouldn't take me too long, I don't think, just to get used to it. For now, I'm just going to fill in this area with, I think just with straight old grass blocks and turn them into paths, kind of like what we got here, and just work with that. I figured it'd probably be a bit plain with just, oh. Well, that happened. It would be a bit plain just to have the grass path around the whole area. So I'm going to have this little bit in the middle here, and I was considering doing something along the lines of like a broken kind of concrete, not necessarily concrete, but stone breakup mix kind of thing. It's something I've done in the past with a whole bunch of different builds, and I think I'm just going to keep it going. That was very unnecessary, but I'm just going to keep it going like this, and hopefully it'll look alright. If not, I might change it to wooden as opposed to stone. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, maybe we could get some concrete. Some grey concrete. I might come back to that. For now, I'm gonna keep going with the whole stone slabs and cobblestone and stone bricks and all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, I'm gonna try out a little bit of concrete because I haven't actually used any concrete yet. And we've been on 1.12 for a couple of weeks, a week maybe, just over a week. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna try out some concrete and see how that looks with this. I ended up making grey and light grey. This is the first time I've actually used, ooh, I quite like that, concrete powder. Hey, I actually quite like the grey, like the grey and the dark grey, or normal grey. That looks quite nice. I just like that subtle kind of alteration where it just goes from being that little bit lighter to just that little bit darker. I don't know if I like having them doubled up though. Like the normal light grey, like the just light grey concrete powder looks alright when it's doubled up, but the just grey, I don't know if it should be touching more or less because it looks a little bit blotchy, but that looks okay, I think. I'm going to fill it in and see how it looks, because I'm not... Is it too noisy? Is that too noisy? As in, like, should it be smoother? I might just leave it and see how I feel about it later on. I might change it later. I'm not 100% convinced at the current time. But it's interesting. Now the next question is, where do I put concrete powder? I guess I'll put it in... Oh, maybe I can put it in this one. This is where I'm going to put... No, it's quite full already. I was going to put all the coloured blocks in there. Otherwise we can just add another chest, but for now I'll just put it in with the gravel, I believe. Just going to quickly do that. Right, that's that done. I think I need to do a little bit more decorating under this underside bit here, as well as make this area here a little bit proper. I think I'm going to put my bed and probably just the basic crafting table and ender chest kind of stuff in there too. It's not the best little area, but it's alright. It could be better, and it will be better. I'm going to go grab a little bit more, all sorts of little interior decorations and stuff. I mean, what have we got in here? No, where did I put them? Here. Ah, ender chests. You have like ender chests and maybe an armor stand. That's about it, really. Some flower pots. Do I need a furnace? Why not? Let's add a couple. Oh, and a jukebox, of course. We've got to have the jukebox. So, I don't know, let's just make a crafting table. Let's throw down maybe a crafting table there with that there. Do I have any slabs on me? Only wooden ones. I would prefer a stone slab if all possible. There we go. So yeah, it's just going to be a nice little cozy area that's going to need a plant in it at some point, but it's going to be a nice little area for us to have sleeps. That's about it, really. At the moment, ever since we moved here, we've had our bed basically by the maps there. Oh, that's another thing. We've got to put the maps in there. Of course we do. Or do we want to leave the maps there? I think I'll leave the maps there for now. Maybe I'll go get some maps from home and put them in here somewhere. That might look quite nice. Yeah, but it's just going to be a little decorative area. We need another torch somewhere. That looks silly. It's quite dull. Quite dim in here. Maybe get another sea lantern up here or something. Oh, did I put them back? I keep putting everything back when I actually need them. But anyway, guys, that is really all I've got for this episode at the moment. I think next episode, I do have some stuff planned. I'm going to have to get started on that straight away because, as you guys may be aware, this episode has been extremely late. And I'm very sorry for that, but I've just had the most hectic week. And it's just had no time to do any work for recording. Just been absolutely flat out. But anyway, I've got this all done now. Our storage system is finally taken care of and all sorted. No pun intended, but yeah, we no longer have to worry about this mess of chests we used to have here. Next episode, I'm going to get on straight away and start working on that right after I've recorded this, after it's rendered. But yeah, so thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. My apologies that the episode was quite a bit late, but I will see you all next time.